Hello all you lovelies, Jennifer Ziliotto here. I'm back for another Style Fix video, but today actually we're not going to be talking about style and we're going to be talking about health and this really wonderful healthy fire tonic recipe that I have to share with you. Because we are heading into the flu season and so many people have been getting sick, I thought this was a perfect moment to share this amazing recipe with you. My homeopath gave it to me a couple of months ago. It takes a month to make, so I made it and I have been finding it incredible. Kimmy was feeling a little bit like she was coming down with something the other day and I made her drink it and she nipped it in the bud. So this is going to be part of my gifting Christmas to my family because this is the kind of thing that I think it's like your old grandmother's kind of recipe. You know, you hate taking it, it's not tasty, but it totally works. So this is what we are going to make today. Basically, you need quite an array of ingredients, but all easily found and all surprisingly I found at the end of the farmer's market. So it's all stuff that's kind of in season, which I always find so amazing. It's like we need these things. It's like Mother Nature knows what we need. So to start, you're going to want a big glass jar of some sort so that everything can go in there and then sit for a good month in a cool, dark place. So to start, we have the recipe actually calls for oranges, but I don't have. So I'm going to use these lovely clementines, a lemon, habanero pepper. The last time I made it with Thai chili pepper, and this is hotter, so it is going to be fiery, just in time for the cold weather. Some ginger, an onion, a whole clove of garlic. Look at this beauty. This one is an organic one. Turmeric. I actually happen to have some fresh turmeric, so I'm just going to slice that up. Some peppercorns, rosemary, thyme, cloves, and horseradish. All right, and then the secret ingredient that binds everything together, our lovely apple cider vinegar. This one is local, made at this really great abbey, not too far from here in the Eastern Townships. And you want to make sure that your apple cider vinegar has the mother in it. All right, so it's basically a simple assembling. Somebody call 911. I'm going to add a teaspoon of peppercorns. Voila, in that goes. The last time I made it, I had fresh sprigs of rosemary, but I don't. This is dried from the farmer's market, so it takes a whole sprig. So I'm just going to throw that in there. And I also made it last time. I had the hardest time finding horseradish, which is really funny. Just one clove. You know what? I'm going to put in 2. Why not? Christmassy smelling. So like I was saying, I had the hardest time finding horseradish. So I started this recipe and then finally a couple weeks later, I found the horseradish and I have to say it adds a really interesting flavor to this tonic. Plus it's really, really good for you. There's a lot of antioxidants in horseradish. Horseradish root rather. Anti-cancer, really good for your gut. So I think it's a must. And I'm glad I put it in because it does change the flavor. It tastes better. So what I was saying is if you don't have all the ingredients on hand and do want to start it, just start it and then add later. It can't hurt. So I'm taking this whole garlic and I want to kind of smash each. I want to remove the skin, obviously. That is a mighty garlic. Smells delicious. This comes from a local farm in the Eastern Townships. It's all organic, and honestly, this man's garlic is delicious. It's a little bit sweeter than most when it's cooked, and it's just delicious. Anyway, so this is going in because I feel like with something like this, the more precious your ingredients and special they are, the healthier your tonic is going to be, if that makes sense. I know it doesn't really make sense in a way, but I kind of feel like it does because there's a lot of love going into this. From the farmer to me to the tonic. So it's got to be healthy. So we want to smash these garlic a little bit to get the oils out and started. So that's smashed. We also need an onion. Okay, I'm just going to slice up this tunic, and I think I'm going to put the pepper in last because you know what that's like. You scratch your eye or your nose and then you're, if you haven't washed your hands, like, what have I done? Turmeric. It's so gorgeous. Isn't it gorgeous? It's such a pretty color. And I actually also like it in a rooibos tea. I find it really delicious. And the smell. Turmeric and orange is such a nice flavor combination. Look at how pretty this looks already. Of course, I had to wear an orange sweater because it just felt fitting. And I'm just, you know, nothing precious here in terms of getting it in. I'm going to add a little bit of thyme. Thyme is really good for colds and flu. So we're gonna grate this beautiful horseradish, and we're gonna grate the ginger. We're gonna lightly slice up that onion. I'm gonna put all the whole recipe at the end of this video, so you'll be able to see it if it's something of interest. But it's a whole cup of horseradish, grated. And honestly, like I said, I could not find horseradish anywhere, and then ended up having to buy this massive piece of it. So I'm thinking I might make my own horseradish sauce this winter. Why not? It looks really easy to do. So that's probably a quarter of a cup. It's gonna take me a while here. Okay, so I've got about a cup of horseradish in there. I'm going to chop up this onion. I'm going to grate the ginger, get the pepper in, and then we will add our secret ingredient, our magic ingredient, the apple cider vinegar. And we'll let this tonic do its trick. Okay, so I've measured out 2 cups of apple cider vinegar. I'm just going to pour that over top. Actually, I might have to add a little bit more because I want, so that's probably 3 cups because I want everything to be covered. And then, woo, whoa, that is fiery. Look at how pretty this looks. Whoa, that habanero. So I'm going to take a piece of parchment paper, put it on top, put the lid on, and then I'm going to wrap this in a tea towel and put it aside for a month. So she will sit here for a month and get delicious. Now, I did make it, like I said, I have one on hand and I want to show you. So after a month, I strained this out, I put it into a bottle, and then I ended up straining it again because there was a little bit of sediment on the bottom. And what I did was I used a coffee filter, and that really did the trick because the original recipe said to use a cheesecloth, but I didn't have. So I double strained it with a coffee filter, and that really worked. So now, the moment of truth, a little shot of fire tonic. I won't lie, it's not very good, but it really does the trick. Whew. It's peppery, It's vinegary, very acidic, but it feels like if you have a little bit of a sore throat or if you have a cough you can't get rid of, woo! This will do it. I forgot to do this in this batch, but if you want, you can also add some honey. So I will probably do that to this batch. It will sweeten it a little bit, and then, you know, the goodness of honey. So voila, my friends. I hope you liked this recipe. I hope you try it. Stay healthy in the next little while. Keep that immune system boosted. If you liked this video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't done so already. And of course, for more style ideas, I am hot from that fire tonic. Don't forget to follow me on Facebook and on Instagram.